Do we see? I know we scheduled one.
Oh, we didn't. Okay.
All right, we're live on both of them. Because we are, you will have to like check the Facebook to see if anybody's live on there.
All right, let's go ahead and share you.
Yeah, share. Happy Unwind Friday, guys. It always feels good after a hard working week just to unwind. Just let your hair down, take a deep breath, and unwind from the week. And you also can unwind with some
wine. So let us show you what we are unwinding with today before we go ahead and open up. So we have two different ones today. So let me grab this really quick. Here first. All right. So again, with the Michigan wine, for the people who don't know, we are in Michigan. So let me make sure they can get a good shot of that. I don't know. But
that is a semi-sweet.
That's from Grand Traverse
blend, a sweet red blend.
This is the other one that we're going to be unwinding with tonight.
And we do have a third one.
What was it?
It's in the bag right there.
Okay.
You gotta take it out.
Let's see. All right, then we getting it in tonight, y'all. We unwinding.
We have something to celebrate. We've been. I just left and we got my favorites.
This is one of our classic ones that we unwind with. Nevertheless.
So y'all, we stay faithful to our Michigan wines. Even though I do love me a good shirt at home if somebody has it. But guys, we are so happy. Oh my. So happy to be here tonight. I am going to get up for a quick second because I had plugged my thing in earlier and I did.
So but while we wait for her, so we'll just do a little discussion. So we normally go live on 2 platforms, but because we are trying to get everybody to migrate with us over to YouTube, we are just doing YouTube tonight. So we won't be doing the back and forth thing. We'll just be talking directly to you guys. Whoever is on. Whoever isn't. But welcome everybody to Unwind Friday. As you know, we have So we on YouTube and Facebook. It's just that merged together. So we are on there. Are you all set?
I'm trying to find the plug-in part. I think it's on that side, on your side. I don't want to go in front of the camera.
Okay. All right. So let's bring them in the right way. Let's do this the right way, y'all. We had a few technical difficulties. Work with us there. Here we go. Let's do a quick thumbnail. Very good. All right. So you want to bring us in?
Okay, you guys. Now you guys know about all the drama with the Oscar, Will Smith, and Chris Tucker, right? Chris Rock. I'm sorry, y'all. Chris Rock. He ain't one of my favorite comedians. So, but I just thought, I know you guys, some people probably done talking about it, but I just thought that it would be a good time to talk about self-control and how to, how to manage anger and anger management. Because it's important so that we don't find ourselves in a place like Will Smith did, not able to control that emotion. Because that can really, even though some people agree, have people who agree, people who disagree, I feel like that right there can really destroy your life. Just one moment of not having control of your emotions can destroy your life. So I just thought, because of all the discussions I've been seeing on Facebook for people that was all for the slap, people that was totally against the slap, I just thought that let's talk about it. Let's talk about self-control and anger management, because that's it's power in having control over your emotions.
Yes, it is. So we're going to talk about it without really talking about it. Because, again, everybody has mixed feelings about it, and we don't want to start a whole debate here tonight. So in the form of self-control and anger management is how we will discuss this topic. So as you guys all know, welcome to Unwind Friday. It is your girl, Lissa Black, bringing you the heat with a little street. And
you have Marie, certified life and health coach, not self-proclaimed, but certified. I took the time to invest in me so that I can invest in you.
All right. Giving you tools you can use.
Giving you tools you can use.
All right.
I love it.
And let your tribe determine your vibe.
Yes.
Did somebody give us that?
Let your tribe
that was on our last week's topic.
Yes.
And when that hit us, we were both like, what? So that's our thumbnail for that video.
Yes.
So when you guys check it out. So let's jump right into
Let's jump right in. So I would like to just, ask you guys some questions. Do you fume when people cut you off in traffic? Are you one of those people? Do your blood pressure skyrocket when your child refuses to cooperate with you? Do you have your anger on? Do little things make you angry? Are you one of those people? If so, let us know. Let us know. Comment below. This is a safe place. No judgment. Let us know, because we're going to give you some tools to help you with that so you can control that. Because you don't want your blood pressure skyrocketing. No, we're trying to prevent high blood pressure.
A moment of anger can cause a lifetime of grief.
Yes,
and things that you have to fix and go through. So, guys, we're going to help you take a second, step back, think about what's going on and how to react. So, because if you just react, it might not be the right reaction, and we don't want you to regret anything that you have done. So here we go.
All right.
The tip one is going to be think before you speak. So in the heart of the moment, it's easy to say, I'll regret it later. Mm-hmm. A few moments to collect your thoughts before saying anything and allow others involved in the situation to do the same. So when you take a second, you step back and you say, all right, I'm upset. I know I'm upset. And, I know I'm about to blow. I'm about to go off. Because sometimes I was known as a firecracker, y'all, because I would go straight from 0 to 100 when somebody upset me. But now I'm like, is it worth it? I got stuff to
people
lose.
brag about going from 0 to 100, but it's not worth it. It is, because you know why it's not worth it? Because when you get so angry, it affects you. It affects your health. I remember one time getting so angry at one of my kids that I was hollering, and I just all of a sudden felt dizzy. That was an eye opener for me. So I no longer get to that point. And like you say, think before you speak. Yes. My pastor at church always say, think about what you're thinking about before you speak.
Come on.
Think about what you're thinking about before you speak. Mm-hmm. Or think about what you're thinking about before you react. Because what Will Smith did, I don't think he took the time to really grasp, like, I'm at the Oscars. Thousands of people watching. I could be winning the Oscar right now. I just think that he totally reacted off of emotions. Yeah. Do you guys agree or disagree?
But I think when he had a chance to think about it, that's what I believe those tears were.
Yeah.
I believe when he had a chance to think about what had just happened, then it was some regret there. Because easily he could have been locked up for assault. He literally assaulted him right there for everybody to see. It'd have been an open and closed case, lawsuit, losing his award. It was so many things. He has so much to lose.
And he still
in that moment, because they're still under investigation. So in that moment of anger, he didn't take a second to think, is it worth it? And so often I seen all type of comments out there. People blame Jada for it. And like, she could have stopped them. She could have did. But when things happen, they happen so fast that you don't have time to think. Mm-hmm. We had time to look at that situation, analyze it, play it back, come up with a thought, right? We had time to come up with an opinion, how we felt about it, what could have happened. Mm-hmm. But in that heat of the moment, you don't. So, with that said, the first tip is think before you speak. I know. That is easier said than done.
And I know you guys, I hope you guys are not tired of me saying this, but take a deep breath. You're going to always, every week, hear me say breathe. Breathing is so important because it helps in so many ways. But taking that time with somebody interrupts, because one thing that Denzel Washington said, and about the devil always come at your highest moment, I didn't quote that exact, but that is so true. I mean, me and my best friend, just Karen, everybody know who my best friend is. We had a discussion because at one of her highest moments, the devil came and she attacked. And if she wouldn't have took the time to think, is this worth it? She could have lost something that she had worked so much time for, right when it was in the grasp of her hand. Right. So that's why I love the advice that Denzel Washington had gave him, because even though people was mad because Denzel Washington comforted him, but that was a word Oh my
Right.
goodness.
And that was it.
You unplugged it?
No. No, that ain't that.
Oh, it went
There
black.
we go.
I don't
It
know
went
what
black.
happened.
I was
guys.
like, what?
I hope we're still here.
Yeah.
But you know, we can't help with.
That is that.
I don't know what's going on, you guys.
Oh, they can't probably, but it don't look different.
Okay,
now.
well,
It's just
I hope it don't
on
look different
our
with you
side.
guys, but on our
I gotta
side,
watch
it's
it.
acting up. So we're gonna keep going. And once you think about what you think, once you think before you act, it gives you time. So it gives you time to calm down and then express your anger. As soon as you're thinking clearly, express your frustration in an assertive but non-confrontational way. State your concerns and needs clearly and directly without hurting others or trying to control them. Like Will could have waited to after and then went to Chris Rock and told him, you know, I feel like what you're doing and the time you spoke on my wife is disrespectful, and I would like for you not to do that.
Exactly.
You know?
He and very much so, and that could have been more effective than just lashing out. But I see Angel said, but he apologized.
But
he
the
did
damage
not
was
apologize
done.
to him.
He didn't apologize in the beginning. He apologized to everybody else, to the Oscars. He apologized to the nominees. He did not apologize to Chris. It doesn't matter if you apologize after you created damage.
Right.
Like you just can't react in a way. And that's just like if I tear up somebody's stuff or bust out a window, I can say sorry, but that doesn't take away the hurt. That don't take away the embarrassment that Chris Rock experienced. Probably the trauma from when he was bullied as a child that he had spoken on himself from being a smaller guy. It probably triggered him and brought back some times, because in one of his post Chris Rock's interviews, he talked about being bullied. Just keep out that being bullied, and that he stopped fighting because one time he was bullied so bad that he put some rocks in something and beat a guy and almost killed him.
Is that what Chris Rock said?
This was an old interview, but I'm saying his reaction of sitting still could have came from that, because he said he stopped fighting because he was afraid of himself, not anybody else.
Yeah,
of hurting somebody
you know what?
else.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was a diehard. Yup, that's what he get. That slap because he shouldn't have. But when I began to watch those videos and his face as the show went on, and it was like nobody cared, nobody addressed him, approached him, comforted him, and brought him back to say, like, you know what, I'm sorry that happened to you. We're just gonna finish with the show and like give him some type of direction, because he was totally
I need you not to have your
lost
over here.
I was trying to fix it. So yeah, it was crazy. So number 3, get some exercise. Physical activity can help you reduce stress. We say this in many of our talks. Physical activity can help you reduce stress. It can cause you to become. It can cause it can help you reduce stress. That can cause you to become angry. If you feel anger escalating, go for a brisk walk or run. Now, it'll be a walk for me because I am no runner.
I resonate with you on that. But like taking the time to walk away.
Right, and not even just walking or running, but taking some time to do some activities or exercise that you like yoga is relaxing for me.
But in the midst of anger,
you don't think about,
I'm gonna do yoga.
I'm gonna go do yoga.
You gotta be realistic.
I mean, realistically.
No, I have talked about walking away briskly. That's exercise. Walk away. Let me walk around this desk or walk around this office a couple and calm myself.
Yeah.
There are things you can do to walk. You know, like around the school. You can we walk around the whole school, like breathing, exercising. But there are some things that you can do. And if you're still angry when you get home, then doing some of those exercises that Melissa mentioned will help.
So after that, right now, in our topic, the first tip was think before you speak. After you've done that, once you are calm, express your anger. Tell them exactly what's going on, how you felt about it, how it made you feel, and then get some exercise. Number 4 is going to be
take a time out. When somebody make us angry, we have to take a time out. So many emotions go through our head. We don't know what to do. So we have to take some time out. So take some time out. If you're in the midst of an argument or something, take a time out away from it. You know what? I need to walk away from this.
Right.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe Will and Jada could have left and took a bathroom break. Do you think? Or
yeah, or if I think even like now I heard somebody say this, like, oh, she should have just gave him a look of I'm okay. I think in that moment, even if she would have just touched his arm, like it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
But I think he moved too fast.
He did. I think he moved faster than he could even think.
Because time outs aren't just for kids, you guys. Give yourself a short break during times of the day that tend to be stressful. A few moments of time might help you feel better prepared to handle what's ahead without getting irritated. So like with kid, I have to, like sometimes with the kids, I have to plan. Because all the things that we're giving you, think before you speak, once you come express yourself, get some all places of self-control.
Yeah.
Of building habits of self-control. So yeah, those and we just thought that it just was so important because of what happened and all the different opinions that we all heard on it.
Experts,
people arguing about it. I just didn't want to argue about it because I am guilty of losing self-control, and I must tell you that it does not feel good. That's why we're always crying, because I don't care if you do apologize. I apologize. I bought gifts and everything, but that didn't take away because I stepped out of my character of who God created me to be.
Right.
I allow somebody else to control me.
Mm-hmm.
When we don't have self-control, we allow somebody else to control us. We become a puppet. That's deep.
Yeah.
Don't be a puppet.
So then, identify possible solutions. So in your first, you gotta go through that one in your mind, right? Because if you angry, the other person angry, you ain't gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, let's brainstorm some solutions." But one thing is when you like when stepping back and like, you know what? I get it. You're angry. Let's take a minute. Let's figure this thing out. It's not that serious. Calm down. When you using terms like stop, calm down, it's not worth it. A person and you moving back and you separating yourself from that person, and putting things like obstacles in between you two, like tables or chairs. That person now got to do some work to get to you. That person now is gonna start thinking. Wheels are gonna start turning because it's like, okay, maybe it's not worth it. Because if you stand there and they can just reach you, well, most likely they're gonna reach you, right? But if you start stepping back and you got your hand up, that's something they taught us in our CPL class. They like you use those assertive terms. Stop. It's not worth it. I will defend myself, or whatever it is to get those wheels turning. So identifying possible solutions, and that's that's the fifth tip there. And then the sixth one is
stick to the I statement. Avoid criticizing or placing blame, which might only increase tension. Use I statements to describe the problem. Like, I understand this happens, and sometimes, or sometimes I like to use we, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, just in case that person don't understand, I don't automatically just put blame on them. Yeah. So I kind of like make it that's what the I statement means. Be respectful and specific. For example, say, I'm upset that you left the table without offering to help with the dishes instead of you never do any of your housework. Mm-hmm. So basically, like, if I'm talking to Melissa, be like, well, I'm upset that you said that, instead of saying you always disrespecting me or something. Mm-hmm. Or I'm upset, Chris, that you keep speaking on my wife, instead of saying you done did this multiple times, now I'm about to slap the no,
yeah, those things don't happen. And then number 7, this is most important, and I am one of the people who are guilty for this.
You always come up on these. The ones, she always have to talk about the tip that relate to her.
And it just happened like that because it ain't like it's pre-planned. Mm-hmm. But don't hold a grudge. Again, I'm saying this for me and for y'all because honestly, when something
use the I statement, I don't think you guys should hold grudges because it helps with self-control and anger management.
Right. So if you allow anger and other negative feelings to cloud your thoughts and your feelings, then it's most likely you're going to hold a grudge. But if you talk about it and you discuss the situation, you discuss what happened, how you seen it, because you could be in the same situation as somebody and experience it totally different. So it is always important when you're having that discussion to say, well, for me, it felt like this. And then that person can say, well, for me, it was like this. So now you have both sides of the story and you can see the entire picture.
Because do you know this? Holding a grudge make you biased in a situation. Because when you already set your mind up to believe something, it believes it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do something to me on accident that offended me, but I tell my mind and I hold a grudge and I tell my mind you did it on purpose, everything you do after that is purposely done in my mind, because the mind is a very, very delicate, powerful organ that we have, or what's, and it's important that we don't feed it the wrong thing,
Right.
because it believes. So say if somebody's really busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I come in and I say hello and they don't speak to me, but they could have been like not focusing, didn't see me. But if I tell myself they don't speak to me because they don't like me,
Mm-hmm.
every time I see this person, everything that they do is gonna refer to them not liking me.
Right.
Because I created that myself in my mind. That's why it's important not to hold grudges, because if somebody offends you, it's best to speak about it. Because if you hold a grudge, everything that person does is against you.
Exactly. Very true. And then the next, so after don't hold a grudge, guys, again, when I say it and I kind of close my eyes, y'all, that's me telling me, don't hold a grudge, because I know I'm like, I didn't been loyal. You did my best, and now you didn't play me, you didn't cross me, and it can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And then the tip 8 is, now this was good because tip 8 is really good because Chris Rock actually did this.
He actually did this.
Of it happening.
He did this.
And
he used humor to release tension.
When I found out what he was doing, in the, like, because when he was walking up to him, he braced and he said, "Richard," and a lot of people didn't catch that. He was calling him his character, and he was trying to release that tension. Like, whoa, wait a minute. It didn't work.
Even after
he still tried. He still
used humor to release tension. So lightening up can help diffuse tension. Use humor to help you face what's making you angry, and possibly any unrealistic expectations you have for how things should go.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid sarcasm, though it can hurt feelings and make things worse. Sarcasm can hurt feelings and make things worse. But use it, and I think that we do good with humor. Yeah. Sometimes we do too much humor. Because everything's funny to us.
And sometimes we laugh at the wrong moment.
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to talk about is a lot of people on there said, well, we'll laugh first. I know a lot of people, including me and my siblings, laugh when we're uncomfortable. Right. We laugh like we angry, like you're not funny. Like, okay, you better chill out because you don't know who I am. You don't know that I'm from Communities Projects. No, I'm just saying I never lived in the projects. Thank you for that.
So it's right, because it don't be like ha ha ha, you so funny. It's like oh, you playing with me.
So because a lot of people, oh, he's so fake, he laughed. Will fake laughs all the time through hurt. I laugh when I'm so uncomfortable and when I'm hurt sometimes. Him laughing is not a thing that, oh, he thought it was funny. It's a reaction that some people have, because I know I'm one of the people, and like all my siblings are one of those people. Even my brother, Diet. I don't know about my older siblings. If any of my older siblings on there, let me know if you guys ever
uncomfortably
reacted with a laugh because you were uncomfortable, or because you just could not believe a person just like really disrespected you like that.
And I also believe it was like a few things that went through my mind when he laughed. I'm like, one, it could have, the joke went over his head until he seen his wife, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't even get that at first. He disrespected.
It could have been two other, but we never know. So like me, I kept myself on the outside. I didn't want to be debating with people. Like I told people, my opinion would have been biased because I'm a person who have slapped somebody for disrespecting me. Right. And I'm not bragging about that, but this was in my younger years. It's been over a decade. And so what I can remember from that moment is having the regret of not having self-control, being a puppet to my emotions, and feeling horrible for like months. I'm talking about months, Melissa. Like nothing could. That's why I said he punishes. Will is probably punishing, and I know he is.
Yeah, because from everybody letter he put out, He's like, violence is never the answer. But after you've done all you can, guys, you thought about this, we're practicing self-control, anger management. The next thing is practice relaxation skills. So if it comes up again, it's back to that deep breathing, exercising, saying relaxing phrases to yourself like take it easy. All right, let it go. Let's move forward. It wasn't that serious. Affirmation terms. We can figure that out. I'll talk to her later. Right now isn't the time. Those type of things that gets your brain to rolling, those wheels to turning, and you start to look at that situation very differently because at our ages now we have a lot to lose, and you might have more to lose than you think you got to lose.
I got too much
because a lot of people are like, I ain't got nothing to lose. You might have more than you think to lose.
Because let me tell you guys, when I was younger and hot-headed and dating, and the crazy guy's still with me to this day, but I used to be young and busting out his car windows and doing stuff when I thought he was cheating or doing anything like that. I finally got my own car. I never bust out another window because I had too much to lose.
Now it's been even. Now y'all are equal because he can come bust your stuff back out. And then last but not least,
know when to seek help. Learning to control anger is a challenge for everyone at times. Seek help for anger issues if your anger seems out of control, causes you to do things you regret, or hurt those around you. So if you're a person who have like anger problems that's hurting your people around you, go get some help for like professional help. But if you're a person who just angry in the midst, call somebody. I remember being in school one day and I had to decide who to call because I know if I called the wrong person would have depended on how I would have reacted. So have that person on your list who you could call that's going to calm you down. So she was that person because I know that if I would have called like a like-minded person like me, then I would have set it off in that place. But I had to call somebody to calm me down, and then and don't be afraid to cry, you guys. I promise you,
that's a relief.
And
people don't know that.
It don't make you soft. It don't make you a punk. It just helps you release anger so you don't make the biggest mistake possibly of your life. We have people that I seen the video at the Chicago bus station when a man got pushed down and the dude was long ago away from him, but he took his gun and shot down that Escalade stairs and shot that man 5 times, and that was out of anger and a lack of self-control, which changed his life for life because now he's going to go to prison for attempted murder. So this is why it's important that we're not a puppet to our emotions, because it can change our lives forever in the worst way. It can separate us from our loved ones, or it can cause us to hurt someone who we love dearly.
And like I said, you may have more to lose than you think you have to lose. So to reiterate, to summarize, to go over, when dealing with self-control and anger management, remember these 10 steps. Remember, think before you speak. Once you're calm, express your anger. Get some exercise. Take time out. Identify possible solutions. Stick with I statements. Don't say you, because you is accusatory. It means that you are blaming them, and you feel like it's their fault.
And they might not even know that they had offended.
After somebody offends you, you shut down. Anything after that don't mean anything. You don't even hear it after that. So then don't hold a grudge. Use humor to release tension. Practice relaxation skills and know when to seek help. Hey, can somebody help me out? Can somebody grab her, please? Whatever it is, seeking help or making that phone call if you can get yourself out of that situation.
Or praying for a prayer. God, please. Well, my favorite thing is Jesus, take the wheel. Take it by force if you got to, Jesus. Take it by force sometimes. I promise you.
I tell him, Lord, give me, like they say what? Lord, give me calm, because if you give me strength, it might get ugly. But yes, guys, so happy Unwind Friday.
Happy Unwind Friday.
Share this video, tag someone who you think it may help, because you never know. Those are tips. This is about, self-control and anger management, because guys, you have more than you lose than you think.
Yes, you do.
Because who gonna pay your rent? Rent is hot. No, I'm
Who
just
gonna
playing.
love your kids like you love them?
Right.
That person who loved you and made one mistake, how you gonna get another friend like that again, or another loved one like that again that was good to you?
Right.
So it's important that we just always think. And you guys remember, my tool for you tonight is communication. Communication is key. A lack of communication is what causes a lack of self-control. If he would have communicated to him that certain things were offensive, if he would have waited and communicated to Chris Rock and said, you know, you cracking these jokes are offensive to my wife because this and that. It's a medical condition, or I don't think it's funny, even though my wife might have had entanglement, because we have decided to love each other through this and stick together, so it's nobody's business, so don't talk about it. And then if he would have done it after that, then we got to bring up another unwind session to talk about that. But yeah, so but right now we're at communication. And if somebody, guys, may offend you, don't take it personal unless you know that they purposely offended you. Take the time to pause, think, don't feed your mind it, don't hold a grudge, and communicate with that person.
There it is, guys. You have just been edified again.
Yes, by the edifying sister.
So we need you guys to like, subscribe, and tag a friend. We will see you all next week.
And we thank you guys for joining in with us, for having patience.
Yes.
Because we are rookies to this, but baby, we become professional every week, and we're going to get it all the way together every week. So we love you guys. Keep sticking it out. Comment and let us know if you love what we bring. Comment and give us another topic that you want us to, and we will research it for you. And we always, we love what we do. So we take the time, we discuss these things, we research it, we add our wisdom in on it. We like for you guys to add your wisdom on it. So comment and let us know if you like the topics that we've been bringing to you. Yeah. If you've been doing any of the action steps, your action step today is to think about what you're thinking about before you react or before you speak. So that's your action steps for the week. And we love you guys. See you next week. Right.